that scissor, man.
That shit changed your life, my brother.
And it just was like, it's a mellow high. You ever had, okay, so the best way I could describe it is like, you ever had that good Sunday dinner, or that Thanksgiving meal, or that Christmas meal, you be really full, not to the point you got the itis in your stomach hurt, not right there, that cramp, you know what I'm talking about, not the cramping, but when you just like laying back and you chilling again.
When you watch a little football.
Yeah, you watching the football, you chilling with the family lamb, and then your eyes start getting heavy.
Right.
You know, when your eyes start getting heavy, you're looking around like, is anybody watching me? Your neck start leaning back, you know what I'm talking about?
Right.
But that's the feeling that you get, and then you fighting that is pretty much the high.
That's right. Is that? Yeah. So that's where our people be like sleep standing up off that shit, like.
Yeah, cause it kind of make you know.
Cause see, I never feel it. I know niggas that do lean, but I never like really been around a nigga while he was like on lean. You know
I did some lean before, like.
Oh, you haven't?
The last time I did it.
How you feeling?
The first few times it had me, it was cool, like it was great.
Shit,
but the last time I did it, I had like a scare, and I ain't never did it before. I think a nigga hit me with some fake lean or something. Because the few times I did it, I was cool. But then it's like the last time I did it, I had like out of nowhere, I just started getting like hot, sweating, feeling nauseous and shit. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I'm cool on that. Like I bounced back quick. Like I looked at it, it was on Thanksgiving. I had to go to the house and I laid down for like an hour. Got it out of my system and I was cool. I was back cool, but since then I ain't never sipped lean again because I was like, yeah, this ain't right. Like I was sweating like a motherfucker, bro. Like shit was crazy.
That sound like withdrawals on some shit. Like
it was like that. But speaking of lean, so do you still sip it or no?
Occasionally. So that's the whole thing about my catalog. So when I first started doing the music, my first album title was called Styrofoam Fever. Like
I was gonna ask because I seen the DoubleCup and Friends at a later date after I seen Styrofoam Fever. I'm glad you said that.
So my first album was titled Styrofoam Fever, to where the point where that's when I was really engaged and I was indulging in it. I'm talking about like I was drinking double cups like every day. Wake up, drinking the muddy water. Muddy water is when you drink, you got your ice in your cup. You know what I'm saying? You might fall asleep. You wake up, you like, man, I'm thirsty.
Right.
You look at your styrofoam cup, you like, dang, the ice didn't melt it, but you still got a little drink in there.
So at that point it's watered down.
Yep, now it's watered down. Now you got to just.
So wait, because I done seen our artists do that, right? Mm-hmm. So basically the whole point of the ice is you're not gonna finish your cup, but it's more so to water it down once you come back to it.
Not even that, you're supposed to take H2O with your medication anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's medication. So.
And that's like with any drug, you drinking lean or drinking liquor and shit.
Anything, like if you just taking an Advil, you should drink some water.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It say on the direction to take it with
water.
You know what I'm saying? So I drink my medication over ice, which was my water. You know what I'm saying? But that's why a lot of artists died too. Off the lane, they abused it.
Right.
They wasn't drinking water. They wasn't drinking it over ice. They might have just put the whole 2 liter in the freezer.
Right.
Yeah, it might get the ice crystals, but it ain't ice. It's gonna melt down, and it's not gonna be watered down because everything's locked up. All you did was freeze up the Sprite,
right,
or whatever the pop was.
So during this time, this is because I seen that your the first tape, or was it tape or album?
Album.
So the first album came out in 2017, right?
Yep.
Okay. So with that being said, I think in the midst of that, what's the dude name from Chicago? Fredo Santana. Then he passed away from
Chicago.
Overdose.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I do remember Fredo. Yeah, he ended up ODing.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, because you said at that time you was heavy into it, right? So with that being said, like, how did seeing artists pass away from, doing the same thing that you were doing, how did that affect, your usage of it?
As that was going on, Lil Wayne doing it heavy, a lot of artists, 2 Chainz, Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying, 3-6 and Pimp C and them. That was back in the day. That was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? When we was listening to Chopped and Screw, we didn't know really what was going on. They was off the lane.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they've been doing it.
And so they've been doing it. So when I got to putting 2 and 2 together, and I'm like, man, and putting the origins of music and being from the Midwest and listening to the East and then listening to the South, and then start sipping the lane. I said, you know what? I might got me a little, my own little genre. You know what I'm saying? I got something. You know what I'm saying? So
kind of found your own lane and shit.
Yeah, so here and there, I might throw a little screw in there. The music side, I might change my voice as an ad lib. Somewhere it got some screw. Somewhere in an album, somewhere in a song, something it's gonna give you a feel, still feeling the feeling of lane. You know what I'm saying? Or just that order.
And so, you know, I wanted to ask you that too, though, because on your first album, you know what I'm saying, it was more like a trap kind of sound. It was like a lot of party music, you know what I'm saying. And then I get to the song. Hold on, I want to look it up right quick. I think it was on your second album. I think it was On the Corner. I think that was what it's called.
On the Corner, yeah.
That was a different kind of sound, you know what I'm saying. So what made you from that kind of, because that was kind of a different kind of lane for you, I felt like, sonically wise.
So On the Corner was more on I wanted to take it to where I want people to not think as my music was more uppity and just clubby, but I wanted to be like, well, he really is kind of lyrical, you know what I'm saying? And really listen to where I was coming from, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I felt like that song had a message behind it.
Oh yeah, for sure, it definitely did, you know what I'm saying? From where, just coming from the struggle of being an individual getting it out the mud, from sipping mud to, you know what I'm saying, I took me going from jail to put my efforts and my time and my talents into this music.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying, and now how niggas was selling weed on the corner, I'm selling my music on the corner. So that's what the whole, you know, story was from getting off the corner. Now I'm on the corner, but instead of me selling drugs, I'm selling you something that you should listen to.
So is there anything particularly like when you was in the streets that kind of made you say, man, you know, I gotta leave this shit alone?
Man, my best friend ended up getting killed.
Okay. My condolences, sorry to hear that.
Clarence Scott, man, he ended up getting murdered. And still unsolved cold case.
Okay.
And they found his body on 85th and Wade Park in the bushes with a hole in his head, butt naked. Left my nigga like trash, man, with just his socks on. That's when I realized it was like, you know what?
Shit, this shit don't love nobody.
Yeah, this ain't for me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and 9 times out of 10.
That's fucked up that you have to kind of go through that, experience that to, you know, kind of get your head on straight.
And it motivated me too, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I haven't had the chance or just not even to give him that respectable song, but he gave me so much drive. That's one of the reasons why I go so hard on the music. You know what I'm saying? He gave me that push. You know what I'm saying? Because he wanted me to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like,
well, shit, man. Like I say, man. Sorry to hear that, man. Like I say, man. Like anytime, I'm assuming like gun violence. Well, like you said, it's a whole. You said. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know the real story of what.
Because you said it's unsolved.
Yeah, I really don't know what.
So even with the streets talking, like I know you kind of heard you heard that and that, or
still. You know, the streets talk. You know, and from what I had heard, it really hurt. I'm not, you know, gonna point no fingers and nothing, speculations, but you know, I pretty much got an idea of who did it. You know, karma is karma, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the type to act on stuff, because I feel like, you know, what goes around comes around, you reap what you sow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
with you have an idea, you ain't gotta say no name, but is they somebody that was close to him type of thing? Okay.
9 times out of 10, I feel like usually it's someone that's...
Yeah, for sure. When somebody rob or steal from you or kill you, it's somebody that was close to you.
Right, for sure.
That's why I had to ask, because just to let people know, man, be careful who you hang around for real, and pay attention to your surroundings, because motherfuckers be secretly hating for real and shit. They'll smile in your face, but they be hating and wishing they had your position. So it be the little things that you gotta pay attention to.
Man, there's the subliminals.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, you just gotta read between the lines, listen to what people say, man. It should be real, man. Like I ain't even gonna lie, man. When I first started doing this rapping, I started off, it was maybe 4 or 5 of us. We was a group. Ain't Crowd was you could say it was a gang.
What year was that?
We dropped our first mixtape with DJ Steph Flaws. In 2013.
Crazy, that's what's up.
So that was 2013.
That was 2013.
Okay.
I've been rapping for a minute. I've been in the game for a minute. And from 2013 to 2017, I pretty much was just writing, you know, going to the studio, and then I ran into Mookie Montonio. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, got this outlet, you know what I'm saying?
I got the book.
South by Southwest, we used to have at Kings and Queens. Like, man, come up, you know what I'm saying? Come get on the stage. And man, ever since then.
So at this point, you guys had came up with the tape with Floss.
Right.
And then you just happened to bump into Mookie Montonio at the spot.
Right.
So
this was some years after that, like. So,
okay.
So 2013 dropped the mixtape. Everybody was pretty much trying to, because we all solo artists, but we dropped as collectively as a mixtape.
Kind of like ASAP Mob and
pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So Ain't Crowd Over Everything. You know what I'm saying? What's the name of the mixtape? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It was me and it was 3 other individuals. You know what I'm saying? To this day, I might say one of them individuals still rap. The other 2 don't. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know, everybody got their own. Niggas got lives and whatever.
Right. So. That being said, you know, everybody doing their own little thing, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. With my Antonio bumping to me, say, I see you still, you know, doing your thing. What? I'm like, what's up? So he had an outlet, you know what I'm saying, for me.
Right.
Open the door, said, you know, come for underground artists. You know, we got somewhere you can, you know, spotlight your talent. You know what I'm saying? You can perform.
Right.
And that was cool, man. I'm talking about that's when I started running to a whole lot of underground dope artists, man. Cleveland, we got so many dope.
Absolutely.
Dope.
I say that all the time, man. Shit, me and this nigga, we both say that, like, man. It's a lot of niggas that make good music in the city for sure.
Male and female.
Yeah, no, hell yeah.
And I ain't just not even just in the city. I'm talking about just the whole Ohio for real, like.
Right.
Cause I done, you know, Toledo. I ain't been out of Cincinnati yet. I ain't been in Columbus, but like Akron, and then like Worcester, Kent, little college towns and stuff.
Right. So what would you say your biggest tour was, your city tour within the state?
When I was dealing with Andrew Lloyd and them, and we did.
Shout out to Andrew Lloyd.
We did all the cities.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All the counties.
Hey, speaking of Andrew Lloyd, man, bitch doing his thing, bro.
Man, he been doing his thing.
You know, for a long fucking time, bro. For a long fucking time, for sure.
I respect. He OG. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
hard.
He ain't OG, but he OG. You know.
No, but he really he be putting niggas
there.
on, and yeah, and he put on for the city and shit too.
Definitely.
Shout out to Andrew Lloyd and shit.
Right.
So man, so your first 2 tapes, you know what I'm saying? I seen you linked up with DJ Von the Truth.
Okay, so DJ Von the Truth, that's my dog, man. I grew up with DJ Von the Truth.
Okay.
And actually, small story, craziest story is, that's the homie from down the street. You know what I'm saying? He a couple of years younger than me.
Okay.
I didn't even know he used to even be into music. One day, he like, man, boom, my homie C. White.
Okay.
He was stayed around the corner. I had ended up linking up with him. He used to come to the studio.
With C. White.
C. White used to, yeah.
Okay.
And then he the one that like told me like, yeah, you know, Von, you know, he a DJ. I'm like, what? Man, me and Von Truth, we reached out and chopped it up.
About what year was this?
About 2016, 2017.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I told him like, man, I'm about to drop this tape. Boom. What's up, man? I need somebody to host it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you want to be my official DJ? Like, man, as long as you keep rocking with me, I'll rock with you and we locked in.
That's usually how it happens. Like 2 niggas that link up and they just got the same passion. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So every album that I drop or anything I had or something that was just hot, I'd send it to my DJ. Boom, put it out there. But you know, DJs, y'all make the world go round without y'all.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I respect my DJ.
No, I appreciate that shit, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? So his relationship affiliation with Nerve DJs, did he already have that connection or did he get that along the way or like how did that happen?
He already had it.
Okay.
What's so crazy is he was already locked in.
Bro, if you don't mind me asking, how much was the bag you dropped to have Floss do your tape back in 2013? If you don't mind me asking.
To be honest with you, I wasn't even dealing with the finances at that time.
Okay.
Somebody else in the group was dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? So
being that Von the Truth, you know what I'm saying, I seen that he hosted your first 2 tapes.
Right.
So obviously, you know what I'm saying, we come up in the era of mixtapes, you know what I'm saying, you know, back in the day, Drama, Holiday, you know what I'm saying, Swamp Izzo, Scream, you know what I'm saying, like, we came along during that mixtape era where, like, shit, if you didn't have a DJ,
you wasn't really,
your shit wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, you
play.
wasn't getting
So that was the real mixtape
that
era
was really,
for
that
sure.
was
Like,
mixtape
needed
era.
a DJ
Hell
to
yeah.
actually
you ain't
drop
had
your
no
shit.
DJ, you
He
wasn't
was,
gonna be
yeah.
Right, for sure.
Now, hold on, because I see your first, that mixtape was released in 2017, right?
That was the Styrofoam Chronicles. I mean, Styrofoam
Fever. That's okay.
That's hosted by DJ Von.
And that was on Nerve DJ platforms, right?
Yep. Nerve
Okay.
DJ platform.
How that
then
come
I
about?
actually dropped that, and then I doubled back and then dropped it out again a few years later as an album. But that was the first.
So one was a mixtape and then one was album.
Yeah.
So did you have any like bonus tracks? 'Cause I didn't know it was released on live mixtapes. When I was going through a catalog, I just went through.
No, it's on Nerve DJs.
Oh, Nerve DJs. So did you have bonus tracks when you put on Apple Music or?
2 bonus tracks. I think I might have changed one. I took one off and then I think I might have added one.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then I changed the cover art.
So you know what I'm saying? I want to ask you and shit. So like I said, I seen that Bonnie True B hosted your first 2 tapes. You know, like I said, we came from the era where DJs pretty much ran the circuit. Now you see artists coming out and they don't have a DJ.
You know
Well,
what
on
I'm
the
saying?
remix side?
Yeah,
On the remix side.
yeah,
Before
yeah.
it was, you know, P. Diddy still the remix king.
Or it was Lil Wayne.
Or Lil Wayne.
Right.
For sure.
You was, whew, you had a Wayne or a Twitchy feature.
Right. Yeah.
You was out of here.
Yeah.
So
To
like.
this day, 51, you still.
No, for sure. But you know, I feel like this new generation, they don't respect Wayne as...
Nah, that's they shit.
Yeah, like, so it'd be like, new generation, like, how you got a feature about Wayne? It's Wayne, you feel me? But it's like, now, they'd rather go with somebody that's way younger, and that's not even popping on Wayne level. No, I'm saying though, but like, the generation of the music that's listening, they'd rather you get Lil Uzi on your track versus Lil Wayne.
For sure. But not knowing Wayne go there.
No, for sure, he go there. You going platinum for sure type shit. But the song "Wake Up," when you recorded that, did you get like that from Juvenile? Do you understand? Like, cause I heard you like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then you get in.
Yeah, I heard the bar. I was like,
now the lion stand. You know what I'm saying? So when you listen, like melodies repeat itself, music repeats itself.
Absolutely.
Sometimes bars.
Yep, I was gonna say lyrics.
I done heard people say, "Well, I'll be like, man, this nigga listen to my music, man. Hold on, man." I'm talking about some new stuff.
I know what you mean.
I'll be like, man, I swear I see it. It won't even be the same thing, but it'll be
something similar
to that.
So how you feel? Do you feel like disrespected or kind of like, you know, pay homage, or
I
say for example, if a nigga stole your line and you know he stole your line but he didn't pay you homage, like how you take that?
I'll be like,
Or if you feel like a nigga may not heard your song but he still had a bar similar to
I'll be
it.
like, man, great minds think alike.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm gonna think.
You got to.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
So when you were out in that situation and you heard that, you know, you heard kind of the same bar or line or whatever, like what was your initial reaction to that?
I respect it. I'm like, that's cool. I probably could have did it better, but or my line was hard. That's what I think. Like my line was hard. But that was cool. But damn, if I would have came with that, but it probably just go better with that song. You know what I'm saying? The way they said it. You know what I'm saying? So
I think that's just part of like music period. Like, you feel me? Everybody gonna come up with some type of bar that's similar. Because it's like, if I thought of it, next man thought of it, and so you know that line was hard.
No, that's true.
Even with the melodies and the beats and the samples now, like you will hear a lot of the songs that was from the 30s and the 40s and the 20s. You know what I'm saying?
Like you say, man, music repeat itself, history repeat itself. You know
history
what I'm saying?
is just itself.
For sure. So shit, bro, in crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk to us about that. Like, what is in crowd? What does it mean?
All right, so
I know you said that you
a
were
lot
a
of
couple
people don't
niggas
ask me that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people when they see the whole logo and the label, they see the kickstand music first. So first I'll be telling them like, man, the kickstand music is the genre of my music.
That's
In
hard.
crowd is the label. They be
Right.
like, what? I'm like, yeah, if you on the outside looking in, then you can't win. What you mean?
Right. That's
They
hard.
be like, huh? If you're on the outside looking in, you can't win. That means you gotta be there.
You gotta be in the
Tapped
crowd.
in pretty much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So basically, like, that was the concept behind this. How you
that was
came
the
up with it.
concept, and then our thing was to be trendsetters, do something different. Like everybody's name was a little different. Like DoubleCup Killa was just kind of strange, but if you think about it, like I got so many. You can call me Mr. Two Cups, you can call me Dub, you can call me Casey. DCK.
So
I could go so many different ways with this name. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this. So you started rapping earlier. You said in 2009. That was when you was kind of fucking around.
Yeah, that's when I first started.
Was that your original name, or what was your rap name before?
Original name was.
It's always been that.
Always been.
And then straight from the magazine.
Straight off the draft. Straight off the draft. Now Killa always been a household name. You know what I'm saying? Now Killa's in my government. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So my mama gave me that name. Killa. You just imagine it. Even your aunties, hey, Killa. Any way you can say kill and then add an A or an ER or an AH.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just took it and ran with it. You know what I'm saying? So even when they see me in the streets, you know what I'm saying? They go, hey, kill. Or You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they go to school, they gonna say kill. They gonna say dub, they gonna say kill.
Right.
What? Kill? Like, that's a weird, you know what I'm saying?
So you added that little A, like.
Had that.
That's hard, that's hard.
Then I was like, I didn't want to, Killa Cam had just came out too around that time too. I was like,
So we talking, this is back in like 06, 05, or was that like a childhood nickname, or?
The Killa always been a childhood nickname.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then the DoubleCup came when I started rapping.
So I noticed, like I said, I was going through your catalog. I seen that on your first album. You had 2 features. It was In Crowd Nitty, I believe. Was it In Crowd Nitty? I think.
You talking about In Crowd Cool, In Crowd Fetty.
Fetty.
Yeah.
And then I noticed on your second project, you had a lot more features than as opposed to the 2 that you had on your first one. So what was your approach to that creation?
So the first album was the actual was the collaboration of, I had 2 features. So I had In Crowd Duck, which he went by Duck the Giant. That was his actual song. So then you got In Crowd Cool, but his artist name was Cool. Then you had In Crowd Fetty, which his name was Lay Fetty. These are all individual artists, but we was all under In Crowd.
Yeah, In Crowd Duck and In Crowd Fetty. I'm looking at it right. Okay.
So, it's my first album, it's my game. This is what I'm rocking with. You know what I'm saying? And then over time transpired, and you grow up. People do other things. You know what I'm saying? I started reaching out and start bumping shoulders and elbows and running into other artists.
What was that like, man? Because back then, because we talking 2017, 2018 or whatever, how was the music scene in, like, reaching out to artists, and were y'all swapping features? Were you paying for features, or was niggas acting funny like, man, I don't know you, I ain't doing no music with you? You know how niggas be nowadays.
It had to be like, man, either I seen you perform, the music was dope, or you was just or you was as an artist and you was up and coming and you was hungry, and I could feel the hunger in you, and you know what I'm saying? And sure, why not? If we could vibe,
right.
We make good music. If your music good, my music good. Man, come on, let's go to the booth. Let's see what we're talking about. We chill for a minute, and boom, boom. So I ended up running into doing them shows. That's how I ended up getting a lot of features on my second album.
Okay. So by that time, the performances was picking up.
The
like
performances
that
ended up starting. Yep. So
okay.
over a period of time, so from with them out there, up in Akron, and I was just bumping into artists. We just networking. You know what I'm saying? What's up? What's your what's your information?
So at that point, you full-fledged networking. You performing every city you going to. You tapping in with the artists from there and
doing shows. And then if I'm in your city, you know what I'm saying, or I got a
that lets you know, Cleveland, man, niggas do link up and do music, man. So it is a narrative that niggas be hating in the city, which that's true, but there's a lot of niggas who show love.
No, for sure.
You gotta reach out, you gotta network. You can't just be in the spot, do your song and leave. I see a lot of y'all niggas do showcases, y'all come there, y'all do y'all shit and y'all leave. Which that's fine. You came and did your job, you fulfilled your obligation, but if you really wanna network, get out and put yourself out there. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta sell yourself.
For sure.
Because a lot of niggas just say, man, that niggas be hating, but shit, I ain't see you bump elbows with nobody at the spot. I ain't see you.
Niggas think they just put out a song and they just gonna go up, but it's like, no, you gotta do that groundwork.
You gotta be a relationship.
For real, that street team. Like, people be forgetting about the street team too. Like, you gotta be out here passing out flyers and
this
passing
nigga
out
done built
stuff.
relationship. Like I say, man, the reason why we fuck with each other now is because, like, shit, he booked me to do a gig. And then ever since then, like, shit, we just connected like that, and then been solid ever since then.
But he been the DJ, but I've been booked for a gig, and he was the DJ. It's my dog.
It go like that. That's just how it goes.
I forgot to mention that. That's true.
That's what made me that's what made me hit him up. I'm like,
and it was always solid. I'm
like, he come professional. He come with his. He got his own tools. Man, he a real DJ. Let me call my guy, man. Let me see what. Man, I know he's gonna rock out, cause I know I done rocked out shows with him, so I know he's gonna rock out. You know what I'm saying?
No, I appreciate that shit, bro. So. But like I say, brother, the thing that I like about you, bro, is like you not afraid to like, hey, bro, like, what's up, man? Shit, let's link up, let's work, or what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? You shoot me in DM from time to time. Before we was even linked up like that, you know what I'm saying? Like it was always solid. You know what I'm saying? So
I appreciate that.
So I know. from, cause you know that's how we connected. You know what I'm saying? I know you the type of nigga you gonna walk up on a nigga like, man, shit, bro, like I'm fucking with your artistry, like shit, let's tap in as work.
I mean a lot too, though. I ain't gonna lie.
It do, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people be
even if niggas don't ever work together, the fact that shit you acknowledge me, I acknowledge you. You know what I'm saying? It's just keeping that communication open.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That is
for
true.
sure.
Cause I see he started the show out with your song Nonsense, right?
no, that was Do What I Want.
Okay, Do What I Want.
Yeah.
My track is Nonsense though. I seen the video and shit.
Okay.
I fuck with that skit. How that come about? That skit, the fake DoubleCup Killa though.
He was telling me about that the other day.
So,
shit too.
shout out to Weird the Beard. He a comedian.
For
So,
sure.
That's my dude, man. You know what I'm saying? He was working with me at the time, and we ended up doing some shows where it would be comedians and it would be artists, where you know they would showcase. Shout out to Trapwood Mannequin, one of the hottest.
Trap, what up? Trap,
One of the hottest
what up,
promo
what up?
artists in the city. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm dealing with a lot of independent.
Bro, I've been doing this thing for a
underground-
long time too.
Man.
Hey, Trap, man, shit, you gotta come on the podcast,
sure.
man. Trap,
Tell you.
come fuck with us, bro. Go ahead, go.
So he did a show where it was showcasing artists and comedians. So
Trap did.
yeah.
Okay.
So I ended up seeing Weird the Beard. You know what I'm saying? That's how me and him ended up meeting each other. You know what I'm saying? And it was funny. I didn't ever think he looked like me or nothing like that. I was just saying, but I'm like, if that's the case, like, everybody with a beard look like me. You know what I'm saying? So one day I started working up at his job.
Right.
And somebody, one of the supervisors, mistaken me for him. That's when I realized. I was like,
Like,
yeah,
niggas look
I need you. I need you.
Right.
I need you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Did you
So,
know what you needed him for at the time? Or-
I ain't even gonna lie. He freestyled all that.
All right.
That's how funny he is.
And the skitty freestyle the whole.
Man, freestyle.
Bruh, you
Bruh,
gotta see the skit. I'm
When I
telling you,
tell
man.
you, he freestyled it. Like, all right, so he come to the cause the whole thing was I was really getting tatted. Like, I was really getting tatted. Like, I
You
had
was getting tatted in the video, right?
Yeah, I was really getting tatted. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, this tat is the cover of my cup. This is my logo. You know what I'm saying? My styrofoams. You know, I put that on there. And I put my brand. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm really getting tatted. So I'm like, yeah, pull up. I ain't gonna want to shoot this video. So he get there. He like, so what you want to do? I'm like, I don't know. Surprise me. So it's,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So he like, all right, let's do a skit. He gonna like, we gonna act like I'm you. Matter of fact, he was like, you remember Easy E video? And I was like, yeah, I do.
What
So-
Easy E video was this?
All right, so it was the Dr. Dre. No, it was not Easy E video. It was Snoop Dogg
I
and
know what
Dr.
you're
Dre,
talking
and it was like how they was playing Easy E, and
When he was outside with the poster and
He
all
was
that, like,
outside
Oh yeah, I think fucking with Dre Day. I think was that
What was
it?
that?
One
You
of
know,
them.
with Dre Day, or was it Dre Day? I think it
I
was.
think it was the
couldn't
Chronic
tell
and
you.
shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can pull it up if you can. and shit.
I got you.
That, man, that shit was hilarious. So he like, all right, we gonna do something similar to that. So I was like, all right, but now mind you, my videographer, he a white boy. So I'm
Right.
thinking like, we gonna use him? Like, how we gonna use him? And he like, we gonna use him as the interviewer. Like like, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
like, all right, bet. So he's like, I'm gonna act like I'm you, but you gonna come in the spot. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, so we gonna kick your ass out. So we really wanted to throw Fresh Prince. Like, we tried to talk to him about like Fresh Prince, but he was like, nah, y'all ain't talking to me like Fresh Prince. I ain't gonna do that.
White
Y'all
boy
gonna
wasn't going for that. Huh?
No, we talking about weird, like
He want. Oh,
yeah,
shit,
we
I
just gonna
don't
do it
blame
like
you,
that
bro.
because you gotta see the skit.
Yeah,
You gotta see.
You
You just gotta
gotta
see the skit. It's hilarious. So boom. Shout out to Mick Cuns, my videographer, man. He done shot. Man, when I say I be building a relationship with people, man, he done shot majority of all my videos. I may make my 2-3 videos shot from other people. Every
So-
other video is shot by
He was the interviewer.
He was
the
the
interviewer is that some camera guy?
Yes.
Okay, shout out to both of them. They did a good job. He said, "I'm double styrofoam." hey, look.
Double
He
stuff.
said-
He said
Yeah,
it was
he
double
said-
stuff
he
the
said,
Riddler.
Went to the stove, got me a mile, came outside and it got real wild.
So I'm walking in, but if you look, like we do kind of, like look, I gave him my glasses, everything. My glasses I usually wear or
Right.
wanted to pay. I gave him.
That's
my
like your
shades.
signature look too,
Yeah,
right?
you know I wear glasses when I perform or just in my videos. It's just my look. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I'm like, I'm gonna put these on. He's like, oh, so he put on. I'm like, damn, you kind of do look like me. I'm like, too bad. Because I got my hair. He don't got his hair. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, you know, we getting old, so, you know, he he a little thin up top. So, I'm gonna put this scully on. You got to put your scully on, but you got to put it down a little bit.
Right.
So, he was like, I got you. So, man, he sat there. He did this thing. We did it, boom, boom. I'm talking about one take. Done. I said, man, you a natural comedian, man. I can't get it no more better than
Right.
You gotta see that skit though, man.
Oh, for sure. That skit,
Yeah.
man. That
Bro, I'm gonna tap in as soon as we done this interview.
that video on YouTube, I think
I-
like
shit,
over
I-
1,000 views. It's doing its thing for
Yeah.
sure.
Shit, when I pulled you up on YouTube, bro, I had seen, you know, your work with Real to Give. I had seen that.
Right, shout out to Rio.
I seen, you know, Do What I Want. That's the takeoff single and shit.
Right.
And I don't know if you noticed or not, but when I typed in your name, like 341 videos came up that was tagged your name and shit. I don't know if you know that or not.
I believe it.
Yeah, because most of it was like people like crowd performance and when he's
Oh,
performing
okay.
and things like
I'm
that.
like, man, damn, this nigga putting in that work.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You go to a lot of
But
niggas.
that's probably, it's probably that many people probably looking me up there.
And he got views though.
Oh, my views.
No, I ain't denying that. I'm just saying, like, I was surprised by the amount of content that you got. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
that's what I was
I
surprised
need
by.
more. I ain't gonna lie, like, man.
You know, a lot of niggas you pull up, they got a couple videos, not knocking niggas though, but niggas don't even be in the hundreds. Like, you in the 300s. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
and you halfway to 400. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like,
shit. Damn, I ain't even know. That's what's up.
yeah, no, for sure.
Going
For sure.
up.
Hey, man, that was on Styrofoam Chronicles, right? Hey, man, was?
It's on his last one. We went Hefe Trap.
That was like number 6 and shit, wasn't it though? Yeah.
Hey, man.
I couldn't really tell you. You say amen. Yeah, amen, that's my shit.
I'm like, hey, man.
Where you go, bro?
F.A. Trap, my dog. I'm got him coming to
Yo, what's going on? This is the Untouchable Billionaires podcast. I am DJ Billionaire with my dog DJ Ken Duff, and we got a special guest in the motherfucking building to go by the name of DoubleCup Killa.
Yeah.
And this next track right here is Amen by DoubleCup Killa featuring Hefe Trap. Let's go.
Whatever.
I know what you're talking about.
This is the Untouchable Billionaires podcast. DJ Kid Dub, DJ Billionaire, DoubleCup Killa still fucking with us, man. So shit, no, niggas we just got into that, hey man, DoubleCup Killa featuring Hefe Trap.
Yes, sir.
And you was just telling us, you know, off air, you know what I'm saying, like how double artist, man. So like if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Hefe, man, Trap, man. Shout out to my dog, man. April 16th, we are having a sneaker ball.
Yes, sir.
He
yes,
performing?
sir.
And he will be
Okay,
performing. He's a
okay.
headliner, as myself, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Shout out to my DJ King Duff. He will be
For
in the
sure.
building. You already know.
Make some motherfucking noise for my dog.
Yeah,
sir,
so we gonna
yes,
put
sir.
on. Yeah, he a dope artist, man. Like when I first got hip to Hefe, man, it was weird because you know I was like, young, he hot, like he hothead. I thought he was just hot, like he was just like on fire. I'm like, this nigga gangster, like like you know what I'm saying. But then I heard his other side of his music.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I'm fucking with this nigga, like. Because I was like, it's real, you know what I'm saying? He got that love-hate relationship with life.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear it in his music. And a lot of the artists that I deal with got that same
Same type of song.
like they ain't faking, they ain't capping. Like remember, like we the city of cat rap because we came out, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that go to show
you know
that
what I'm saying?
niggas don't know. Cleveland really came up with cap rap for real. Like, we
you know
came
what
up
I'm
with the
saying?
we came up
The
with
cat
that.
rap, I ain't
We
gonna
came
lie.
up with the saying, bro. Capping.
But we definitely came up with the cat rap, but we got that shit from Texas, like that DSL or DSR and all that.
Swinging
That's
dog.
where it came from for real, but that's where we
no,
rode
for
the wave
for
from. Cause
yeah. But our shit was kind of like
no, but our shit
like,
was like exclusive though. Don't get us
Our shit
wrong
was
now,
different.
for sure. Our shit was
No,
exclusive.
You
I
talking about
agree
nigga 28s?
Huh?
The Jag, nigga.
No, we
said
talking about the SpongeBob Cutlets, Rigos and shit.
Oh,
That
yeah,
era with the
yeah,
doors
with
going
the
up,
doors
butterflies.
going up,
And then
yeah.
niggas had old school that was like
Walmart.
it was like
type shit.
Yeah, 7-Eleven things.
Yeah, like all
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah,
Skittles type
and
shit.
the
For sure. When you used to swing those and pop
Snickers.
trunks like big ass tees.
That's when the
White
the
tees and
Cuddies,
shit.
niggas was riding Cuddies and Riviera
Yeah.
and stuff like
It's
that.
before niggas even know 4Giatos. Like niggas on dubs and
Niggas
dabs
tripping nowadays.
back in the
Niggas
day.
tripping.
Like
That
the
player.
Shanties rims and shit. Like, come
player,
on,
remember
man.
them player dubs?
For sure. But to get back on the track, hey man, how that track come about with you and Hefe Trap? But before you answer, shout out to Hefe Trap, man. Like, he's a good artist, bro. Like, he got good stage presence. Like, bro, he know how to put on a show. And
his catalog is nice.
For sure, you gotta check him out. He raps, but he know how to put on a show. Like, when
I say put on a show,
when I got hip to him through you, so I'm gonna tap in with him.
For sure, you gonna see him at the Snicker Ball for sure. Shout out to Hefe Trap for sure.
I'm not playing no games this year. Like, any artist that I'm tapping in with and I'm doing shows or any features, I'm giving my all. You know what I'm saying?
Quick, so how that track come about?
So the Amen song came out as I wanted to do particular features with artists that would make me step out of my boundary. So I had reached out to Hefe, but he hit me with we need to work. And I'm like, all right, bet. So he like, I was like, at that time, this was right after the conflict. We had just dropped the Conflict of Interest, and I was working. Coincidentally, I was working on the Styrofoam Chronicles. So, I'm writing hooks. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the way I want to do this album is, I want my features, I want them to go first. But I'm doing all the hooks, like all the hooks. The only person I got on that album that's doing the hook is Rio.
And you know what's crazy? Like, not to cut you off, but that Yin Yang and What Love Offers, that definitely gave me like kind of a R&B kind of vibe. Yep. That sounded sonically different from all your other material. Yep. So it's crazy that you said that.
It is, because the songs,
especially What Love Offers, that's totally different to me. And shit.
And what's so crazy is that song is not even talking about a female. We're talking about music.
Right.
What love got to offer, like the actual music.
That was like the metaphor.
The metaphor, because it's like with the song, like what the music got to offer, like the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But it sounds like you're talking about females.
That's like
like the Yin Yang sound like I'm talking about two females, but
right.
I'm talking about the streets and I'm talking about the studio.
That's hard. Yin Yang was a little more straightforward than what Love Offers, because I thought you was talking about a bitch, so you know what I'm saying. But the Yin Yang was a little more straightforward though, like. But no, that's hard. But go ahead, I'm listening to you though. Bro.
So on the Amen, I just ended up coming up with the hook. Went over there, vibed out, got to saying it to him. He was like, yeah, say it like this, boom, boom. It's just when you can just work with good people and
were y'all at somebody's house or was it like
I ain't know, like we was at his house. We had his mama house. Mama! We had his mama house.
But he had a stool in his room in the basement.
No, we didn't even go to the studio yet.
Oh, so you just went over there to vibe?
We just did, you know what I'm saying?
That's
we chilling,
hard.
you know what I'm saying? We vibing.
You meet a nigga mama, that's a vibe, you know what I'm saying?
That's how you know it's real when nigga meet you to his mama house, man, you know what I'm saying? So you know it's real. So I knew it was genuine then. Boom. Man. We sat there, we came up with the concept. I already had the hook. And I was like, I really just need a bridge. I said my verse. Man. I called my producer, yo, we ready. Man, I went to the studio, we dropped that shit like
that's hard.
Right there. Like
first take, like no.
First take.
How long did it take y'all?
Shit, 2 hours.
2 hours.
Because
like somebody had to rewrite that shit, or like was it engineering, or
pretty much the majority of it was the mixing. You know what I'm saying, and it was still fresh, so it was you know what I'm saying, to the point where.
Conflict of Interest, you and Cartier. I seen that came out during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Obviously, niggas was real finicky about
coming outside.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So. Talk to us about that creative process. Like,
right, so,
were y'all in the studio or were y'all not? Or
man, so the conflict of interest is a conflict of interest in itself, because that just the whole year 2020, just going into 2020, it started off just fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just the world stopped.
Literally
working, nobody coming outside. But at the point where we still working, like, I mean. Come on, man. I've been around. I ain't got CK. You was it. You know what? Nah, I ain't sick. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Just as long as you knew how to keep your hygiene and yourself together.
Because a lot of that shit came out of niggas not washing their hands after they shook their nuts, basically.
We talking about COVID?
Yeah,
but man, we don't know where COVID.
No, I'm saying niggas was saying that shit came from niggas not washing their hands.
Bro, I heard it come from motherfuckers somebody bit a bat head off overseas.
No,
like
I don't know what you talking about.
They didn't say that.
They was saying that, bro. It came from a man China that ate a bat, bro.
I swear to God, man. We 3 years removed, and I never heard that. The main thing I heard was niggas was not washing their
You
hands.
must have been on. You must have got that from Twitter or something.
No, hell no. I be on Twitter though.
Not washing their hands. Motherfuckers do that. They been doing that years
Niggas
ago.
don't still wash their hands.
Yeah,
I mean, he know for sure, but I mean, shit, everything gotta come to a head, right? Right or wrong. Everything
So you
gotta
tell
come
me
to a
somebody
head.
with some crazy ass case of nasty ass balls started all this, bro?
That's what the news said, bro.
I just think we went through a biochemical warfare at that time.
It was an
What you
experiment.
say, bro?
I think we went through a biochemical warfare at that time, and that was just what's it called? Not population control.
Yeah, that played a role
That's what it
too.
was.
To be honest, because
Yeah.
they wouldn't let motherfuckers in concerts unless you was vaccinated and things like that.
You gotta
So
think how many people actually passed away from that.
a lot.
You know
A
what
lot
I'm
of people
saying?
passed away. It was
Like
real.
China already couldn't even. You only have one child, so just think how many them people died over there.
Personally, I feel like, man, that shit came from, like, man, literally you had chemists that was in the lab fucking with some shit. They tested it on somebody and it went wrong. It went wrong.
I wouldn't even say it went wrong.
I don't know.
I think
it was.
If you
the test
ask
that
me,
went
it
wrong.
was planned because you got to think we had monkeypox,
Yeah.
we had swine flu.
Every
like so,
time-
all this ain't a coincidence.
Every time we had a new president, it was a disease. that
Yep.
came out. Think about that. Every 4 years.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, you
before.
gotta look at it.
Think about it.
all that
Every 4 years,
monkeypox,
we
swine
getting
flu,
man the
like,
swine
it's
flu.
crazy.
Well, the swine flu was when Obama.
Yep. Yeah, it was when Obama was in
I
office.
forgot about that.
So it's like they know what they doing, man. Like you said, it's population control because you know they gotta throw something out there to keep everybody in line. Because you see how COVID had motherfuckers shook. Like
Man, I'm talking
motherfuckers
about.
wouldn't even let you come over their house. None of that.
And
Like
they ain't want to go outside. They ain't want to go to the grocery store.
you could barely go to the bank.
Then
to get
nobody
some
want to
money.
go. And then when after it was all said and done, people didn't even want to start working again. Think
Yeah,
about
man,
that.
niggas still don't
motherfuckers.
wanna
Yeah,
work.
they still don't want
Niggas
to
still don't wanna
motherfuckers
work.
just now
It's
getting
me,
over
I'm
COVID.
niggas.
Like just now.
It's me, I'm niggas. I don't want to work. This is the Untouchable Billionaires podcast, man. We gonna do what the fuck we gotta do, man. Y'all gotta do what the fuck y'all gotta do. Shit, I can't even fucking talk. We're gonna be right fucking back, man. This is the Untouchable Billionaires podcast. DoubleCup Killa.
Yeah.
DJ Ken Dub. DJ Billionaire.
Let's get it.
Oh, DJ Billionaire, let's get this money.